Alright, welcome to the stream here. We are sitting in Vancouver, flight to Maui, operating flight WJA1876, ETOPS, and we'll jump in the cockpit and get set up here. Alright, we've got the IRS aligned here. We're going to go into route, load up our flight plan from dispatch. And WestJet flight 1876. Yaw damper can come on. We have external power. And everything else is good. Alright, we'll load up the route. And we'll bring our flight plan here. We'll go ahead and activate. Performance initialization. Our zero fuel weight for today is 126.6. We'll set that up. 126.6. Our reserves is 4.9. Cost index is 53. And our initial cruise altitude, flight level 340. And we'll execute that. We'll go into our lakes page and request the weather. We'll get that loaded up and load the weather. We'll go ahead and execute that. Alright, so we're going to continue down. This particular aircraft is certified for 180 minutes in terms of extended operation. So we'll set up our ETOPS on the information here. So Eugene would be our suitable airport, which is outside that 60 minutes zone. Alright, so that's going to be our ETOPS entry, and that's going to be minus, so Zagger, and we'll go minus 323, and that checks out. So 153, we have 154, that checks out there. And what we're going to do is, that's going to be for your ETOPS entry. What we're going to do is we're going to go into our fixed page. We're going to put Eugene. And we're going to go into plan mode here. And we're going to go back to fix. And let's just try 430, see if that works out. Alright, we're going to have to drop that down a bit. Let's do 415. And 416. Alright, so that's Eugene. that's Eugene. That's the radius for 60 minutes. And at this point, we can go ahead and delete the waypoint. Alright, so we have that set up. And we're going to set up our critical point, which is our ETP1. And that's going to be Halley minus, so we'll go Halley minus 298. Alright, and we're going to go into fix. We're going to put that in our fix page. Go back to our legs. Alright, we can go ahead and delete that, but we still have it on our fix page, so we'll have it on our ND as over here. That's going to be our critical point, and at this point we're going to do our ETOPS exit. ETOPS exit, so on T 185, so minus 185. And actually, to make it even easier, so PHKO, which is Kona, we can even add 468. So PHKO and slash 468, and that's giving us the exact radius. So we didn't really have to add the exit point there, so we can actually go ahead and delete that. Alright, so we have our ETOPS entry, critical point, and our exit, ETOPS exit set up on our ND. And here we can set up San Francisco for our ETOPS alternate, just as a reference, and PHKO, which is Kona on the main island. And looking at our map here, scroll down. Alright, so we have Eugene. We have the entry point already set up with the radius. We have our critical point set up as well, and we have our exit, which is actually PHOG. So we're gonna have to fix that. Yeah, we have that already set up, so that's all good. And this is our route here. We are going to be passing through a jet stream, flight level 370. There might be a few turbulent chops there. And as we continue on, it should be smooth weather. Takeoff weight 167,102. We are going to be above our maximum landing weight. Alright, so we'll drop that off here. Alright, we'll go ahead and start our APU. And we're going to we've turned on the left fuel pumps here to we don't want to create an imbalance in the wings there. And flight level 340 for initial. And we can actually go into our cruise page here and put flight level 360. Okay, that's all good. All right, let's do a pre-flight checklist here. Okay, circuit breakers and emergency equipment checked. Oxygen tested 100%. IRS, nav, hydraulic panel checked. Navigation transfer and display switches normal. Air conditioning and pressurization is set. Mode control panel set. Window heat is off. Flight instruments heading 326 and altimeter 2987. Throttle and takeoff warning closed and checked. Engine start levers cut off. Gear pin is in. Parking brake is off. And that's the pre-flight checklist complete. And for today it'll be 8 left departure on the Vancouver 2. And for arrival it's going to be the Lindy 1, APAC transition, ILS, APAC, ILS Zulu. There, we're at about 240 knots. There, that's perfect there. And we're going to go in and to do our N1 limit here. Zero two. And we're gonna go with engine. All right, so we have light rain, fuel at 3,300, overcast 73. Alright, so we do have 26K assumed temperature here, so 26K, and we'll put in 39. So 94.8. Once you turn on the engine anti-ice, I'll drop down to 94, and we'll go in for takeoff, and it'll be flaps. Actually, let's do flaps 5. Flaps 5. Alright, so let's go back. So 43. Flaps 5. And 110 at 16. 110 at 16. And we're going to go 142 for V1. 151 and 156. We're going to go ahead and turn on the EPU here. Alright, engine out procedure, climb on heading 083 to GORAG. 14.3 DME from Vancouver, and 263 inbound right turn. Alright, so we're going to put that in. So GORAG. And we're going to put a hold. Okay, so okay, GORAG. And do a hold. So next hold. Alright, that's going to be 263 right turn. And we're going to put 4,000 and above. And we can add that to our fixed page. So we're going to go YVR, Vancouver. And 14.3 DME, 14.3. Alright, so we have that set up as well. Alright, we're going to bring Navigraph here. Alright, so basically we're going to push off 83, taxi onto Tango Mike to runway 08 left, and 9,941 feet in length. And the Vancouver 2 departures runway heading 083 to 7,000, expect vectors. So we're going to put 7,000 here for initial. And 083 on the heading. And 156 for V2. Auto throttle is armed. Flight directors armed. VNAV is armed. Alright, let's talk about our emergency briefing here. So any malfunction prior to 80 knots, we'll do a standard reject. After 80 knots, we'll reject for engine fire, loss of control, and wind shear. I'll call reject. Close the throttles. Use maximum reverse thrusters. If we're able to clear the runway, we'll clear the runway and we'll assess the situation. You'll coordinate with ATC. I'll inform cabin crew. Any major malfunction after V1, we'll continue with the takeoff roll, climb to 4,000. We'll level off at 1,000 feet above ground level and accelerate the aircraft to 250 knots, assess the situation. And we are overweight, above our maximum landing weight here, so if we do need to return to the field ASAP, we'll do a pattern flight, and we'll land on 8 right. This will give us a longer landing distance. And we'll assess the situation in the air, and we'll coordinate with ATC. And that's it for the emergency brief. Alright, we have 4 minutes before pushback here. Alright. Window heat on, probe auto, hydraulic is on. Anti-collision light on.
Cockpit to ground. Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by. This is ground. Stand by.
Alright, before start checklist, fuel pumps is on, showing 40.9, windows lock, seatbelt sign on, door light is out, MCP, V2 156, heading 083, altitude 7,000, we have VNAV armed, takeoff thrust is
We are cleared for start and push.
43 degrees assumed takeoff. Takeoff speed is V1 142, VR 151, V2 156. CDU preflight is complete. Rudder and anti-alarm trim free and zero. Taxi and takeoff briefing is complete. Anti-collision light is on. And we got the go ahead to release the brake for pushback.
Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released. Parking brakes are released.
Pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
And after start checklist is complete.
You can start the engines.
It will start in the sequence.
Okay, packs off, start the right engine. Oh, a little pressure.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
25. Parking brake set.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Starter cutoff. Starting number 1. And 2 oil pressure. Fuel flow EGT. Starter cutout. After start, generators on, probe heat, auto, anti-ice, engine anti-ice, isolation valve is auto, engine start levers idle detent, flight deck doors closed and locked, flaps 5. And we'll do a control check here, full left, full right, up, down, rudder left, rudder right. And before taxi, checklist, recall, check, flight control check, flaps, flap 5, green light, stabilizer trim 6.0 units, auto brakes RTO, speed brake lever is down, and ground equipment clear right, clear left. And we do have an aircraft pushing back right in front of us. Yeah, overcast today in Vancouver here. We do have isolated showers. go. We're gonna take the exit Sierra. This guy pass by. Yeah, these guys are doing a little bit of funky stuff here. They're taxiing onto the runway and backtracking it. Alright, before takeoff checklist, takeoff briefing reviewed, engine bleeds on. Engine start switch is continuous, cabin is secured. Before takeoff checklist complete. Runway entry procedure. Approach path is clear. Departure path is clear. Takeoff. N1 Toga. Check. Thrust set.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Heading select. VNAV speed. Flaps 1. Flaps up. Yeah, a bit overcast today. Alright, after takeoff engine bleeds on, packs auto, landing gear and flaps up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete. And we can go ahead and execute. LNAV. Start switches back to off. It looks like we're going to be breaking out pretty soon. All right, 10,000, landing lights off. All right, beautiful departure out of Vancouver. It was overcast. Unfortunately, we broke out. Nice clear day after. All right, so we'll see you in cruise prior to the entry point. All right, see you then. All right, welcome back to the stream. We're at flight level 360, and we are 9 minutes away from from our ETOPS segment there, and actually 60 miles from that ring. So we're going to start our ETOPS requirement procedure here. We're going to turn on the APU, as APU is required for this flight. Just in case we do have an engine failure, we can have supplementary electrical power from the APU. We do have a step climb here, level 380. The APU is running, and we'll just make sure that we do have a blue light showing up here for the generator. APU is good. And we'll have the APU running until the exit, ETOPS exit. We'll turn that off, and we're going to have to do a cross feed balance. We're probably going to be about 300 pounds imbalance on the wings, so we're going to do a cross feed fuel feed to balance out the wings on the ETOPS exit. And that's pretty much it. Flight level 360. Pretty cloudy out there. And we'll see you guys at the exit point. Alright, so welcome back. We've just exited our ETOPS atmosphere here, and we've turned off the APU here. As you can see, we do have an imbalance of about 300 pounds, and here we'll do our cross feed here. Turn this pump off. Get that leveled out. And we'll do a step climb of flight level 380.